Hey guys, what's going on? I want to do a quick breakdown of the zombies teaser that we got during the Cold War multiplayer reveal a few days ago. I'm just going to stick to the scene that people are calling the Nacht Der Untoten remastered stairs scene. I'm not going to really talk about yes or no or debate if it is the stairs. I'm just going to go along with everyone and just assume that it is the stairs. Some people are saying it's a remaster, Nacht Der Untoten map, or a transit remaster map. But I'm more going to talk about the graffiti image, what people are missing, and maybe even a couple things that were leading up to the image that Treyarch might have hinted at a few days ago, maybe even a few weeks ago. So I'm going to start with the actual multiplayer reveal itself, how it might be hinting at something bigger, which I'm hoping I'm right. Hopefully other people are going to agree with it or approve of it. I guess I'll say that way, approve of what might be coming down the road. And like I said again, I'm going to treat this kind of like the Queenorium. It's what I'm seeing from my point of view. I know that Blundell and Treyarch said when you read and look at the Queenorium, you're seeing what you're seeing depending maybe how you experience zombies. People tend to miss a lot of things. I tend to try and dive a little bit deeper and give more of an answer. I know, unfortunately, the zombies community, well, I'm talking more about YouTubers, they kind of just, they'll see one thing, they'll see two things, they'll make a video of it, that's it. They want to be the first one to make the video and put it up. But I'm more like, I just want to see all the, like, how smart and clever Treyarch is in making zombies and the thought that goes into every Easter egg. So I'm going to show you what I think I'm seeing. And during the multiplayer reveal, I believe his name was Miles Leslie, was talking, and he's talking next to film reels. And keep in mind, everything that Treyarch does, they do it for a reason. They do it, to hint towards something. Maybe not in the near future, but maybe in the far future. Maybe that film reel could have signified something or meant something or represented something. Then a few days after that, maybe even the same day, maybe 1 or 2 days after that, Vondahar, whose Twitter is filled with a ton of Easter eggs, like even he hinted at 1984 or the 80s being the time frame for Cold War. People were saying 60s. Everybody was wrong. I tweeted about it being in the 80s. He hinted and posted a lot of photos from 1980. And this is well before PawnTakesPawn.com was even a thing. I think over the early summer, if I'm not mistaken, maybe even before that. I could look it up on Twitter. But he also took a photo and uploaded and tweeted the same photo next to the red door and then next to the same film reels. I did circle his shirt because it has a Zeppelin on it, Led Zeppelin, and it could be World War II era. Not going to really talk too much about that, but I just want to kind of show you where I'm going. And the film reel, for the sake of this video, is the more important part that I'm showing. And the film reels reminded me of, or I guess hinted at, it could either be hinted at or paying respects or homage to the Infinite Warfare Zombies film reels. The theme is Willard Wyler movie theater, Afterlife, Afterlife theater, Afterlife arcade. There's a lot of hints, and I'm really excited about it. I'm trying to not show my excitement actually, because I don't really get a chance to make too much of these. But I just want to kind of show you where this might be going. Also, Neil was the robot in Spaceland, and then he was also the computer in The Beast from Beyond. And it's spelled N31L or N3IL. And then also, I'm kind of zipping through this a little bit faster. Treyarch, was it Treyarch or somebody posted the new calling cards or patches or some material that's going to be available. There's a lot of threes, and I said this too. I'm like, why are there so many threes? And I know the three might represent Treyarch or 3Arch that they use a lot as their clan tag on Xbox and stuff like that, and PlayStation. They tend to use 3Arch a lot, so that might also tie into why Neil had a 3 in his name. Who knows? But it's just something that kind of came up recently. Like I said, these emblems or patches that came up had 3s in them. So, like I said, Vondahar's Twitter is filled with a lot of Easter eggs. On the 26th, it looks like, he posted, was it the 26th? That long ago? Well, I guess it was. I must have missed it, but I thought he did it more recent than that. But it shows him replying, and that is, it's not Willard Wyler, but I think it hints at Willard Wyler. It's actually Willy Wonka, from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So the purple suit is iconic to kind of both of them. So that's why I'm including it in this video, because it looks like he might not want to use Willard Wyler. Maybe that would have been too obvious, so he used Willy Wonka. So this is just another thing that I think is sticking out like a sore thumb, that makes it look a little bit obvious where we might be going with this. And the thing real quickly before I move on, you have to keep in mind there is a cycle. It goes Inferno, it goes Purgatory, then it goes Paradise. Black Ops 4 being Inferno, now we're going to Purgatory, and we know that aside from the cycle, and it's part of Dante's Divine Comedy, but if you didn't know that, you should know that, let's just say hypothetically, Victus, Primus, and Ultimus really did die. Now they're all stuck in the Afterlife / Afterlife Arcade, Afterlife Theater. So they're all stuck in probably a cycle. They're stuck in the Purgatory, and this is probably what Treyarch is going to borrow from Infinite Warfare. I mean, there are some ties between the two studios, but I'm not going to go through that because I don't feel like dealing with trolls in the comment section. Because again, people don't do their homework; they just kind of follow each other and don't really know what stuff means. Anywho, next thing is Vondahar's profile picture is the top one that says "We come in peace," and they're actually aliens from Space Invaders. So this is another thing that I'm hoping that I'm right about. I'm hoping that the breadcrumbs are leaving to, that maybe we're getting some sort of, instead of apothicons, maybe some sort of cryptids, some sort of aliens inside Black Ops Cold War. So it looks like hopefully they're going to include some type of alien, some type of cryptid, something that I'm praying that they're going to include. Like I said, I've said this before on Twitter. I talk more on Twitter than I do on YouTube, but people need, Treyarch in Call of Duty needs to do stuff on their own. Don't really worry too much about the communities that they have to deal with, like the zombies community, multiplayer community, battle royale. Because if you think about it, everyone hated the thought of getting a battle royale. Most people, I didn't, but most people on Twitter are toxic, and they went against wanting a battle royale. So imagine if they didn't make Warzone. Warzone has almost 100 million players. So that's why I keep saying now whenever I go on Twitter, is like, let them do what they want to do. They're the experts. The people playing the game are not experts. They're just miserable people, a lot of them, that just go on Twitter and vent. So again, I'm hoping this has something to do with maybe with extinction or some type of cryptids. So now I'm going to actually dive into the graffiti itself, but I just want to kind of give you a little bit of missed Easter eggs, maybe breadcrumbs that they gave us along the way. You know, all these film reels and the number 3 and some of the stuff that Vondahar puts out. And I love that he's doing his own Easter eggs, not necessarily worrying too much about streamers and zombie YouTubers and stuff like that. People that stabbed the studio in the back during Black Ops 4. I know the game was difficult. I know it was a lot harder and there wasn't Juggernaut. but they pretty much all stabbed the company in the back. And I hate that there's no accountability. And I understand everybody's young. They're all like 20-year-old kids that make videos. You have to actually put some time into getting better in anything in life. And for them not to want to get better in zombies and just blame the company and beg them to make it an easier game. So anyways, aside from all that, what I'm seeing, or I feel that people are missing, is the actual graffiti itself. Like I said, I think a lot of people just wanted to make a Nacht Der Untoten remaster video, put it up really quick, be the first one, get a bunch of views, maybe throw in some dark ether in there, but not really look or dive into the graffiti or what they're pointing at. The gun is literally pointing at the graffiti. They could have used another angle for the stairs. But what people look like they missed is that cartoon graffiti character looks exactly like the cartoon graffiti characters from the Afterlife arcade, and specifically in the Zombie Zoom game. You can see that they're kind of the same cartoony-ish cartoon figures. And what people actually miss the most, which I think is the most important part, is the rabbit is holding a film reel, and I'm going to try and use my mouse. The film reel goes from here to here. It's a film reel with each little square is an individual scene or frame of a movie, or maybe even pictures or something like that. So every little thing here is a scene. Don't think like, you might think it's a ladder and you can see through these squares, but it's actually him looking like he's holding up a film reel, with each frame being a frame of a movie. And let me just kind of backtrack real quick. What other people might be missing is that looks like it's a cartoon roller coaster of sort. It looks like it's more. I probably should have hopped into Spaceland to see what the roller coaster looks like, if it matches up. I probably will after this and probably regret not adding it. But he's only holding a film reel. He looks exactly similar, or somewhat similar, to the cartoon characters in the Afterlife game. And there's like some movie scenes in there. And I accidentally clicked on it, but during the Infinite Warfare zombies, the film reel or film strip was a very important part of their viral marketing. You can see same thing like in the previous photo. Each has a little frame of maybe the trailer. Maybe that's something that they'll do next, is you'll see more of the graffiti wall, maybe a closer look, and they'll probably hint at the trailer being something similar to that. Maybe they'll reveal the zombie trailers, kind of like how they did with zombies in Infinite Warfare. Like I said again, he's holding up a film strip with movie scenes in there. It looks like it's a face, and I don't know what face it could be, but I see like two dark spots and like a mouth or whatever. So just wanted to kind of point that out, something that I feel like people are missing. And this is just a small little my thought / another hope, or something I thought a couple years ago too, is like, why is there a pentagon? I know a pentagram is important and stuff like that, but like, maybe this all links somehow to the Pentagon in either Classified or 5. And I tweeted at Lee Ross, I'm like, is that Pentagon important? Like, why? I know they canceled a lot in Black Ops 4. Maybe we're supposed to get it all linked together. Maybe it's something they decided to save for the Cold War. But the Pentagon is in the middle. Like, how cool would that be if, like, you have to complete each Easter egg and then you go back to the Pentagon? Maybe there's something underneath the Pentagon, maybe in one of the labs or something like that. Don't know exactly, just some thoughts. But I'm like, I was like always wondering why that was never a thing. And I know, like, the bigger picture is, truthfully, it's representative of I believe the UFO. And if you look at the UFO in Spaceland, it has those circles and stuff like that. And this is the outside of the UFO. But I'm like, that Pentagon in the middle is so very suspicious, I guess, in a way. So again, like I said, just wanted to kind of review some stuff real quick. Film strip from Infinite Warfare Zombies. The rabbit's holding a film strip. Uh, Looks like the same cartoon characters from the Afterlife arcade game, and it looks like they're riding a roller coaster. I know the arrow is supposed to be like dark ether, dark matter. Don't know exactly where they're going with that. And it's the the Nacht Der Untoten Stairs, maybe remastered in either transit or just its standalone map. Vondahar's profile picture looks like Space Invaders. He is dressed almost like Willard Wyler in this. The threes match up almost with Neil. And there's film reels in the multiplayer reveal. Anyways, like I said, I'll just leave it at that. It's just what I'm seeing. And I got I got a lot of things right in Black Ops 4. So I just want to kind of keep it going. And I kind of regret not playing a lot of Infinite Warfare because I felt like if people knew more about Infinite Warfare, how it ties into the whole zombie lore, I think it probably would have helped the game a little bit better, perform a little bit better. And I think this is just something I wanted to do to kind of maybe keep the hype going for Cold War, because I would love for it to kind of all tie in together and actually mean something. And that's the thing, like everybody keeps saying they keep starting over, but maybe they're not starting over. Maybe people just haven't made the connections yet. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thanks.